Hello and welcome back to the channel. Huion has sent me this, which is the Canvas Pro 20 digital tablet, and asked me if I can share my thoughts about this product. So in this video, let's unbox this together and try out the different features that this tablet has to offer. We have already spoken about digital tablets and drawing tablets in this channel earlier, so let's compare those criteria with this product as well. I'm Salman, an architect and an illustrator. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications. So let's get started. This is my first time actually trying a Huion product, and I've heard a lot about Huion from a lot of designers and illustrators on Instagram. Almost everyone that I've spoken to have mentioned great reviews about Huion as a digital tablet brand, so I'm equally excited to test this out. We'll be looking at this product from an architectural illustration point of view, as we know that there are a lot of architects in this channel as well. So let's jump into it. The Canvas Pro 20 comes with a minimalistic but a sturdy box which has a plastic handle on top. It has Huion branding and an image of the tablet with an illustration printed on both sides of the box. On one side, we have the specification of the tablet, and on the other side, we have a bunch of QR codes. As for the specifications, we have a tablet size of 469 mm by diagonal, a battery-free stylus which also has an 8192 levels of pressure sensitivity, full laminated display with a 60-degree tilt range, and this tablet works on Windows 7 or later and Mac OS with 10.2 or later. Down below, we have a simple diagram showing all the components of the box, including different cables, stylus, and the monitor. As you open the box, you encounter another smaller millboard box which has all the smaller components inside. Let's leave it aside for now and look at the other components. We have the tablet stand wrapped in a sheet and also the instruction manual. Then comes the display tablet itself, neatly sandwiched between two styrofoam sheets. It's again sealed inside a plastic bag to prevent any marks or scratches. The stand feels pretty sturdy, considering that it has to hold the weight of the tablet while you draw. It has rubber grips so it won't slide off the table, and most importantly, the stand is adjustable in at least 5 different angles, so I guess my back is finally going to thank me. Within this, we have a CD-shaped manual to help us download the drivers, and the manual for the tablet itself, which we never bother to read for any product. Inside the millboard box, we have all the connectivity components, starting from the adapter power cable, the adapter and the wire for the tablet, HDMI cable for connecting it with the laptop or computer, a bunch of screws to fix the stand behind the tablet, another smaller box that has the pen stylus, a donut-shaped pen stand which is pretty interesting, and this can be opened for additional pen nibs inside, a metal screwdriver for fixing, and finally a drawing glove. Let's open the stylus box and have a look at it. The pen stylus does not feel heavy, and it almost weighs similar to a ballpoint pen or a pencil. If you are not a fan of very heavy stylus, then this is a perfect fit for you. This comes with an 8192 pressure levels and it's battery free, so you don't have to go through the trouble of charging it. It has a round profile at the end with a rubber grip and feels comfortable to hold it. It has two customizable buttons which are easy to use as you hold them. The drawing glove is a great addition to the product, and a microfiber cloth to keep your display nice and clean. Let's now open the actual tablet screen from the back. I'm quite surprised that there is no screen protector sheet on top of the tablet. I'm not sure if this was missed during assembly or they just stopped adding it. So no satisfying peel off in this video. Let's now move on to fixing the tablet. Let's invert the tablet screen and place it upside down. On its rear side, you can notice that there are different screws to fix the stand, and also if you want to mount it on a different adjustable stand, that works as well. We have a small instruction manual to fix the stand, and it's a pretty straightforward installation. Let's place the stand over it and add the screws and tighten them. There's no rocket science involved here, and it's a pretty simple setup. Once we are done, let's place the tablet upright, and we can see that it's pretty sturdy. Let's also try to adjust the stand in different angles, just so we are sure that the screws are firmly fixed. That's definitely sturdy. Let's move on to the different ports in the display tablet. Behind on the right side, you have different ports for connectivity. From the top, you have the display port, HDMI, a VGA port if you're still stuck in the 90s or you're using an old computer, power slot, and an USB port. Let's go ahead and connect these cables, starting from the HDMI cable, the power slot that goes into the switch box, and also the USB cable that goes to the computer. I'm using my laptop for this, which is an Acer Predator Triton. And let's connect the HDMI and the USB cables to it. We can then turn on the power switch and the tablet will turn on automatically. It's pretty quick and it just takes about 4 seconds to turn on. The display has a matte finish and a smooth look with a black border around the screen area. It almost has no visible glare, and the glare that you see here is because I have a light pretty close to it, but it's not actually too distracting in real. The tablet has 16 keys together on the sides with a zoom scroll in the middle. But technically, these are just mirrored on either sides, so it's only about 8 keys. The buttons don't feel bulky and it's almost subtly leveled with the tablet, making it look really compact. You can adjust the settings of the display from the menu button on top of the tablet, and this opens a pop-up box with all your configurations. You can adjust the brightness, contrast, color temperature, language, and a lot more in this pop-up box. I think the default settings is pretty good, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Before we go ahead and use it, we'll have to install the driver for this specific product. I just went into Google and searched for Huion Canvas Pro 20 driver, and the result just popped up. Inside the Huion website, you will choose the product model and the OS that you're using and click submit. You will generate the link to your desired driver and you can just download and install it. The first impression of using the stylus on the screen feels pretty smooth, and the stylus definitely feels comfortable. The button on the stylus is configured for right click and that can come handy. From the driver that we've installed, we would be able to customize the keys on both sides of the tablet, including the zoom key in the middle. This makes it really flexible and you can configure this based on your usage. You can also head over to the digital pen tab, and here you can customize the 2 buttons on the stylus. You can also change the pen sensitivity, enable or disable the keys and the touch. The pen stand that I provided is multifunctional in a way. You can place your pen vertically like how you place a fountain pen, or you can also place it horizontally as well. With that being said, let's jump into Photoshop and try drawing the basic lines and see how it works. I'm using the basic hard round brush to begin with. As you can see, it pretty accurately follows the line strokes, and drawing both straight lines and scribbly lines feels comfortable. I then tried the same with a bunch of broken lines and dotted lines to see how the tablet responds. The response time of the smaller individual strokes seem pretty accurate in real time. Let's now try the pressure sensitivity of the tablet using the hard round pressure brush from the basic brush set. There is a smooth transition as you apply more pressure on your stylus, and the line strokes changes accordingly. This can come really handy when you want to keep switching line strokes in your drawing. So switching between thinner lines and thicker line strokes seems pretty easy with this Huion tablet. The thicker line strokes can be used in case you want to fill up a shape or an object. In case you want to change the angle of the tablet, you can do that pretty easily by pulling the lever that is behind, and this changes the angle of the tablet without having to move it too much. Let's also try making really fast and closer hatch lines to put this tablet to ultimate test. I also tried to see if the tablet can be used for 3D modeling like SketchUp, and for that you would need an additional keyboard since we have a lot of shortcuts in 3D modeling and the 8 keys provided might not be sufficient. Using this tablet for 3D modeling can be pretty intuitive if you have a habit of using shortcuts on your keyboard. We don't have the mouse center click, which is the orbit button, but for that you can use the O command on your keyboard. But other than that, it feels pretty natural to use a tablet for 3D modeling. There are many other streams of designers like mechanical, jewelry, product and so on who corely depend on drawing tablets for 3D modeling. Hence, this should be a great pick for architects for 3D modeling as well. And finally, we cannot conclude the review of a drawing tablet without actually taking the time and making a sketch and spending a few hours on it, which is why I started making this architectural sketch to share my complete thoughts about this tablet. I've actually been using this tablet full time as an alternate monitor to my laptop, and it was really easy to get hold of it. I think this size of tablet is perfect for working, even if you worked on large scale images or if you zoomed in to work on smaller details. I must say that the stand and the tablet is pretty sturdy no matter how hard you keep making your strokes and adding colors in your drawing. There wasn't a bit of shake on the tablet at any point. The texture of the pen stylus on the display screen also feels pretty nice, and the lightweight of the stylus is a great advantage when you're working long hours with the tablet. There was a small difference in the pen position and the cursor after a while, but I think that can be sorted with screen calibration. The display screen did not heat up, and it was only a slight temperature difference after maybe 2.5 to 3 hours of sketching. So you can definitely keep using it for a longer period of time. As for the color of the display, I did feel that the contrast of the images was a bit low compared to my computer laptop, but that can be fixed as well as we simply left it in default settings. So considering all of these points, I would highly recommend this Huion tablet for any beginners and professionals. Also, at the time that I'm recording this video, there's a huge price drop on Amazon and Huion websites, so you can check that out as well from the link in description. A huge shout out to Huion for letting me review their tablet. So what do you think about this digital tablet? Let me know in the comments below. Enjoy the time lapse of this architectural concept sketch. Thank you for watching and I'll see you on the next one.